This is another example of the top management, middle management, and lower management. Maybe here the top management goal is to increase corporate sales to 250 million. And then by the end of this year. And then here, what are the means? The means to achieve that would be increase market share of the soapy stud. It's like one of the products they have. Detergent by 5% in April. And that will be done on the middle management. And then the lower management maybe increase unit sales of the soapy stud in this Boston area by 100,000 units by April 1st. Does this seem to be reasonable? Are you guys okay with those three levels? Okay. Here we're talking about priorities. We said priorities, ranking of goals, objectives, achievements, in order of importance. Okay. So what's more important and what's less important? Management looks at the priorities when deciding how to allocate resources. You know, you have a limited time. So how you use your time? For your project, for the exam, for the presentation, for the team project, how you set the priority?
We got instances,
huh?
Instances or examples.
Yeah, we talked about there are things that is must do. There are things that you should do. There are things that's nice to do. So maybe today you have 2 hours. Maybe you can do the 2 hours. You prepare for tomorrow's quiz. Maybe that's a must do. You should also maybe think about your project if you use these concepts for your projects. It would be nice to do is study for start to write a paper maybe today, or maybe all of them are must do. Do you see? So here is when you decide. So you have 2 hours. How you decide you split it between all of these is your priority. And of course, from one manager to the other manager, there is no one fixed formula. Every manager has their own ability to set priorities. Good managers, they do better prioritization. Not very good managers, they do the nice things to do and they forget what they must do.
Or they do everything randomly.
Or they do it completely random without sorting. And we also talked about the 80-20 principle. And we said 80-20 principle says 80% of your profits come from 20% of your customers. 80% of your grade in this class will come from 20% of the time you study. So watch out for this 20% of your time that's going to give you the best 80% of your grade. Majority of causes get you the majority of the results, and so on. And you want to avoid the busyness trap. People think that I'm very busy and I can't do it. No, you're not busy. This is really a myth. Everyone has the time. It's just how you manage your time. Okay? If it's a must, you do it. Planning control cycle, we said that's when you plan, set motion activities to accomplish the planned objectives. Control functions directly, monitor activities, attainment of objectives. And then planning using feedback to control. How many people managers, they always get feedback? Your manager always get a feedback. How many managers, they give you feedback? Your boss give you feedback? The feedback is part of this control. So you make a plan and then you get feedback. You check, you follow up.
If you feedback in terms of plans or in terms of...
in terms of everything. In terms of everything. In terms of control. In terms of check. We want to check. We plan to do this. Did we do it or not? Okay. So we've got this formulating plan. B, you carry out plan. And then you compare preliminary and final results with their plan. And then you take corrective action. Okay. If things are good or can be improved, you improve them. If there's something need to be corrected, you go back.
So first, formulating.
You first formulate the plan.
All right.
So my plan is, get this MBA. Next, I carry it out, go to the classes, study hard, and then I check. Am I learning anything? Am I getting anything? Is this going to improve? You get your grades, you're doing good job. You get your F, you're not doing very good job. And then you start to take corrective actions. If you're getting B's, how can we get A's? If you're getting F, how can we get C? You improve your future plan. You correct any deviations.
This comparing in the applying?
Next, we talked about Drucker. Anyone have heard of Drucker? Mr. Drucker, one of the famous people in management, and he talked about management by objective. CAC Bank in 2010 decided to implement MBO management style. And the MBO management style is prestigious. Okay, they say we are MBO. It means we're great. And when you're a manager and you say we're doing MBO, and people start to say, "Oh, that's great." And what MBO means is that you're going to do a comprehensive management system, and it is based on three things: it is measurable, it is participatively, and it is set objectives. Okay, so measure, participative, and we set the objectives. Okay,
Everybody should contribute.
let's see how that works. It goes on this cycle. We call it MBO cycle. Step one, you set your objectives. So we want $1 million at the end of the year. Okay, and then you start to develop action plans. So to get $1 million in terms of sales, maybe we want to have marketing budget. We want to, let's say, who would like to be our CAC Bank chairman or woman? Anyone? Raise your hand. Just a volunteer, just to. Yeah, just raise your hand for the example. All right, Nafa, you will do that. All right. So now you set that you want to get $1 million in terms of, let's say, customer deposits for the bank. Okay. Or if you are, let's say, a Marai company, you want $1 million of sales. Okay. And then you're going to have to develop action plans. So maybe you want to work with the intermediate management. You're the top management, right? Intermediate management will be, let's say, branch managers. Who'd like to be a Zubairi branch manager? What's your name? Marwan? Zubairi? Anyone would like to take Hadda? What's your name? Fahd. All right. Anyone would like to be third branch? Who would like to take the third branch?
Diversity.
Lamis, you want to take, what is it, Al-Farasha? Far Al-Farasha? Or Hawa? I don't know what they call their ladies. Hawa is YCP, Al-Farasha IBY. All right. And we want to do now a plan to achieve $1 million. So for you, Nafi, you say, I want to do $1 million. So you will basically sit with the three, or all the branches, and you say, we'll take the million. You're going to agree with them. Okay. Lamis, how much can you take from the $1 million? The goal is $1 million. You will do $3 million by yourself. 300,000. All right. Fahd?
250.
250. In Hadda, you're in a Hadda place. The females will get 300. You only get 250. Hadda Farasha branch will get 300. They have a lot of gold and they will have a lot of money. Okay. All right. And Hadda will get 250. And then who's the third? Marwan, how much? 450. Okay. So does it add up all to be $1 million? Great. So here, after you set the objectives, you want to do action plans. And here, there's a participatively. What does that mean? It means that Nafi' will sit with Fahd and say, hey, look, 250 is very little for Hadda. I think Hadda, you can do 300. In fact, in Hadda, you can do 500. Can you do 500? Do you see? So it goes into this negotiation. Okay, with incentive. So he will say okay, and then he will put condition. But I will need 1 million, in advertising and marketing budget. What do you think, Nafi'? Do you see? So here there will be participatively set. So they will go into negotiation until they both agree. All right, I will give you $500,000, and you will give me this, 100, marketing budget. So you agree on all the conditions. Maybe Fahd will say, I need 3 more employees. I need to get a lady to take care of our female branch. Our VIP section needs to have this new decoration. So he will put everything he needs for the output he will produce. So that's a bargain between Nafi' and Fahd. And Nafa will do the bargain with all the branch managers. Okay? And then, for let's say, for Lamis, after you agreed on the 300,000 and whatever money for budget and marketing and employees, you will take that and you will move it with your employees. So you will go to your marketing person, you say, hey, look, I want you to give me, 50 customers, every customer of 1 million, or every customer of 100,000. And we need to get that during this remaining period. The employee will say, okay, I will do it, but you have to pay me this. So it will be from top to bottom. Here is the big goal, and then the negotiation starts on all levels until we get the bottom. Until we've get this, here are our objectives, and this is our action plan. So we will hire these people, we will spend this marketing budget, we will make those decoration, and we will go and talk this material for the customers. Huh?
Based on objectives that we...
Yes, based on this is the objective and this is the approved budget. And then we have a periodical review. Nafa will check every 3 months. Fahd will check with his employees every month. Who would like to work for Fahd? To be the marketing guy for Fahd? Anyone would like to take the VIP section of Fahd branch?
I pay well.
Alright, so if we've got Hunaina here, he's the marketing. So now we've got those 3 levels. So maybe Hunaina is responsible for the marketing of this VIP. So he will say, okay, I need this special car, I need to drive to the companies, and I need to get this type of salary. I also need to have 2 assistants. I need to have this type of clothing. I need to buy a tie every day. And then it's going to be a negotiation. From the money Fahd is getting from the head office, it's going to redistribute it to the VIP section, female section inside the branch. And then there will be a periodical review. Maybe for Hunaina, we'll check his employee assistant every day. Fahd will check every month. Nafa will check every 3 months. And then there will be performance appraisal, which means you get your target, you get your bonus. You get half of your target, you get half of your bonus. Do you see? So we also pay employees according to how much they generate. Do you see? It doesn't have to be like a fixed ratio, but there is a relationship between how much you achieved and how much you did not achieve. Are you guys okay with this performance appraisal?
And also share for performance.
Do you think it's really prestigious to be an MBO company?
Not only the banks, but...
Yes, yes it is, but the thing is, this kind of management...
Now, here are the strengths and weaknesses. The strength is that MBO, it blend planning and control together in a more rational system of management. Number 2, MBO, it force the organization to develop a top-bottom hierarchy of objectives. So here the objectives start from the top and they go down. It means, remember, in the banks they don't do MBO. Everyone try their best, okay? And then this branch go very hard, this branch go easy, this branch do good customer service, this branch get new customers. But the MBO, it makes the top bottom on the same wave. Do you see? The top, they see 1 million. Branch see 300. Here they see 250. Here they see 300. Do you see? And then you look at the bottom. Here they've got 200. Here they have 150. This guy has 25,000 this year. So you can see it from top to bottom. Everyone follow the same force, going after the same objective. We want to increase our deposits to reach this one big goal. Do you see? Maybe the company next says, I don't want 100 million deposits. No. We want 100% customer satisfaction. So we focus on customer satisfaction, do you see? So what goal? It gives everyone the same goal, and it is part of their daily job, part of their performance appraisal. Number 3, MBO, it emphasizes end results, not just good intention or personality. For example, will Nafi' look at Fahd personality? He doesn't care. He see Fahd and he see above Fahd $250,000. Do you see? And let's focus on this 250. Do you see? it becomes more onto the emphasis on the results. So that's MBO focus on results, what we call results oriented. What is the results? You know, you're nice, okay, we have lunch together, you're funny, you're not. It doesn't matter. But what matters is work and results. And number 4, it will encourage self-management. Do you think Fahd will go to sleep worried about tomorrow and how much he will get from the 250? That's what every day he goes to sleep with his in mind. He will not worry about tomorrow who's going to meet, or he will not be worried about, anything outside this one goal at the end of the year will be irrelevant. And people are committed because they participated in setting the goals. Do you think Fahd now can blame? You have no blame. You agreed on 250, you wanted what you wanted, and the management agreed on this package. So you have no excuses other than getting the job done. Do you see? So that's the strength of the MBO.
So it's like accountability?
Yes, people are accountable. Number 2, on the other hand, there are some limitations. Number 1, many people think MBO is a cure-all. So any manager can use MBO and it will solve all of the problems. That's not true. MBO is not the cure-all solution. Number 2, MBO is easily stalled by authoritarian Theory X managers and inflexible bureaucratic policies and rules.
What does that mean?
Do you guys know Theory X managers? There are Theory X managers and there are Theory Y managers. Theory X managers are those managers that have in the back of their mind the idea that employees by nature are stupid, lazy, they don't like to work. If you don't kick them every day to work, they will not work. Does this remind you of a manager you know?
Yes.
Okay, I understand. Those, it doesn't work with them, MBO. Those people who are very bureaucratic, it doesn't work with them. It works more with Theory Y managers. Do you guys know Theory Y managers? Theory Y managers believe that employees by nature are creative. And if you give them the chance, they will work very hard. And they only need small direction to achieve outstanding performance. Do you know those Theory Y? Anyone have seen Theory Y managers? Okay. Those, it works with them better. Number 3, MBO takes too much time and effort and generates too much paperwork. Remember when Fahd sat with Nafi'? They have to agree on every single detail. And they need to have paperwork and they sign. And after they do the negotiation and they do the papers and they sign on them, Fahd will take the paper and go and talk to Hunaina and make another agreement. Do you see? And imagine if every branch manager have this and every branch manager do it with their employees. Do you see? It becomes a long process and it's a lot of paperwork. And you have to prove. And at the end of the year, Nafi' will come to Fahd and say, hey, show me. He will show you the people who come and all the expenses and all of the employees he hired and all of the marketing budget he spent. And he wants to check, did he actually spend what they agreed on? And the same thing goes between Fahd and Hunaina. You see? So it can be sometimes a lot of paperwork and it can be time consuming. Number 4, MBO emphasizes on a measurable objective can be used as a threat to overzealous managers. Sometimes, remember when we said measurable objectives? Nafi' can, if Nafi' is an overzealous manager, do you guys know overzealous managers? Who's an overzealous managers? Huh? They're too strict managers. They start to say, hey Fahd, remember, you are not reaching your goals. I'm afraid we're going to fire you. So it becomes a culture of very negative. So it becomes more of, can be a threat.
Negative effect.
can be on a negative effect.
Sales managers are always like this.
Are you guys okay with this? Any questions on that?